Hey there, second graders. We are going to learn something a little bit new today. We are going to learn how to do two things: classify and categorize. So what you're going to need for this activity is your journal or a blank piece of paper. And what you're going to do to get started is you're going to write classify and categorize up top. And then you're just going to put 6 numbers on your paper, right? Kind of spread them out. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it looks kind of like my whiteboard does. You don't have to write down these little definitions. You just have to listen. So get your paper set up, pause the video if you want to look at mine, and press play when you're ready to go. So classify and categorize. That's something that you can do when you're reading, when you're organizing, when you're learning about something. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what those two things mean. So first of all, classify. That means to place like objects in a group. So if I gave you a group of words, okay, for example, or I gave you a list of things, you would pick things that are the same and put them in a group. That is called classifying something. Categorizing means that you name that group of objects, okay? It's going to make more sense once we start practicing. We're going to do both those things. We're going to classify. We're going to pick the objects that are alike, put them in a group, and then we're going to categorize and name that group. So next to number 1, I just want you to leave a little blank line. And then I want you to write down the following 6 words underneath it. Okay, I want you to write down, I'll step out of the way when I'm finished: stem, dirt, leaf, root, beetle, and flower. Okay, there are the words I would like you to write down underneath number 1. I'll read them to you one more time: stem, dirt, leaf, root, beetle, and flower. Now, the first thing we have to do is we have to classify these things. So we have to find things that are alike, and we're going to put them in a group. And I'm going to tell you, for all of these things we're doing today, we're looking for the 4 things that are the same. So I've got stem, dirt, leaf, root, beetle, and flower. Which things do you think might go together? I'm going to start circling, and I'm going to see if you figure out what I'm circling them for. I've got stem. What else kind of goes with a stem that we have up here? Ooh, maybe leaves. What else goes with a stem and a leaf? Does dirt? Well, there's usually dirt where there's stem and leaves, but dirt isn't part of that, is it? What about a root? I think so. How about a beetle? Well, you'd find a beetle on maybe a stem or a leaf, but not really the same as those. What about a flower? I think so. Those 4 go together. Now, what can we categorize those 4 things? What is a stem, root, a leaf, and a flower? What do those all have to do with? Are you thinking plants, right? So our category will be parts of a plant. So we categorized and classified those objects. Dirt and beetle don't really go with parts of a plant. They're found by plants, but they're not an actual part of it, right? Stem, root, leaf, and flower are all parts of a plant. Starting to make a little bit of sense? Okay, second one. Here's what I want you to write down. Leave that blank. That's going to be for our category, but we can't do that until we classify the objects. Please write down chicken, owl, pig, dog, a robin, and a penguin. A chicken, owl, pig, dog, robin, and penguin. Write all those things down. Now remember, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause so you can copy down what I've got. Now we got to think, we got to classify. Which of these things are the same? Well, the first thing that jumps out to me is that they're all animals, but that's not going to help us because we got to narrow it down to 4. There's going to be 4 up here that have something in common. Can you think of it? Are you thinking these ones? I circled chicken and I circled an owl. Why did I circle both of those? What are those? What's the category? Birds, right? So what else do I need to circle? A robin and a penguin, right? These are all birds. There's my category. Birds is my category. All right, number 3. Ready to write some things down? I'm going to sneak to the other side of the board for a second. Okay, so we've got celery, apple, orange, carrot, kiwi, and the last one, banana. So there's my 6 objects. Celery, apple, orange, carrot, kiwi, and banana. Making me hungry. Right? They're all foods, but remember, we're trying to classify them 4 objects. 4 objects that have something in common out of all of these. Maybe start circling what you think goes together. There are 4 things, 4 of these foods that kind of go together in a category. Want to see what I think? I'm going to start by 2 of them. Apple and orange. What do those have in common? An apple and an orange. Fruit. That is my category. These are types of fruit. So what else fits in the category? Is celery a fruit? Nope. What about carrots? Nope. Kiwi? Yes, kiwi is a fruit. And a banana? There we go. So our category was fruit. Okay, number 4. Please write down bee, the animal, the bumblebee, a frog, a plane, a bat, a crow, and a dolphin. Well, a lot of these are animals, but not 4 of them. 5 of them are animals. Dolphin, crow, frog, bee, and bat. Right? Sorry about the glare on mine. I'll read them to you one more time. Bee, frog, plane, bat, crow, and dolphin. So we can't do animals because that's 5 objects. We only want 4. 4 things that have something in common. Do you need a hint? I'll give you a hint. I'm going to circle a bee, and I'm going to circle a plane. A little bumblebee and an airplane. What did those have in common? They can fly. So our category this time, things that fly. So what else fits in the category? Things that fly. A bat and a crow. Dolphins don't fly, so they don't fit in the category, right? Okay, 5. I'm going to scooch this down a little bit so you can see. I'll have to bend down. All right, 5. I'm going to step over here. Here's what we're going to write down. We're going to write down hot, hail, snow, wind, rain, and flood. Hot, hail, snow, wind, rain, and flood. We have to figure out which one of these 4 have something in common. Classify them, put them together. These are tricky. I'll give you a little clue. I'm going to circle hail, and I'm going to circle snow. How are hail and snow kind of alike? Well, they're both cold, right? They're both made out of like ice, but there's nothing else on here that's really made of ice. Also wind, huh? What other one goes with those, do you think? Hot, rain, or flood? Are you thinking rain? What are all of these things? Hail, snow, wind, and rain. What are all those? Weather, right? These are all types of weather. Hot and flood aren't really a kind of weather. Yes, it can be hot outside, but that's not really weather. Yes, you can have a flood, but floods are caused by rain, which is a type of weather. All right, last one. Copy these down. Goal, tennis, football, a racket, soccer, and golf. Which four of these have something in common? Goal, tennis, football, racket, soccer, and golf. Give you a little hint. I'm going to start by circling golf and football. What's the same about golf and football? Well, they both have a ball, don't they? I guess. But they're not the same kind of ball, right? Golf and football are both what? Sports. So our category is sports. So I can also circle what else? What else is a sport? Is goal a sport? No, that's something you do in a sport. What about tennis? Yeah. Is a racket? No, that's something you use for tennis. And the last one is soccer. So now you know how to classify and categorize. Remember the difference. Classify is just when you put objects together that have something in common. They are alike. So that was when we circled things. We circled things that had similarities. And then categorizing is when you name that group of objects, like parts of a plant. That was our category. Birds, that was a category, right? Well, I hope you learned something new today about classifying and categorizing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.